Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Into the Pod with Entertainment Avalanche. I'm your host, Eric Burton, also known as E-Boo, here with my friends and fellow co-hosts.
This is Tit Tart, a.k.a. Derek.
This is Macho Wolfman, or Austin.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing great.
It's an inferno out there. It's hot.
It's extremely hot.
It's so freaking hot right
And
now.
it's,
Got my
it's
ice on
not even like middle of summer yet. We've been in summer for 8 days?
And it's
Yeah, it's
139.
about 8 days.
Yeah, 8 days.
Yeah, 139.
That's what my car said today.
Well, the good news is we could cook eggs out on our sidewalks or on the dashboard of our cars. So
That's
we could
good.
save money on electricity.
My
and
oven
gas.
broke anyway, so
That's
that was
very
perfect.
good. I did once cook ramen on my carburetor once.
Did you really?
I did.
How was it?
Tasted like carburetor.
Which tastes like ramen noodles
I had,
squirted
I had the pan and everything on there, but I actually cooked it.
Wow.
Okay, well, I'm glad y'all can make it. Nicholas is dealing
Right over
actually
here.
with
Oh.
a heat crisis.
I thought he, no? Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We was going to do a little bit there, but it didn't happen. You didn't warn us. Awesome.
My bad.
You just jumped into it.
Sorry.
Way to
I
go.
thought,
Way to go, buddy.
You've been judged. You've been judged.
sorry, God.
Well, that being said, Nick didn't lose his penis this week, like last week, or no, it's either the week before. The heat, it's funny we mentioned that, has pretty much taken its toll on his AC, so he's waiting for an air conditioner repairman
Okay.
to come.
Sometime between 9 and 5.
Yeah, they're like,
Monday through Sunday.
is the
Yeah.
month of July available? Well, yeah.
Okay.
We'll be there in
We'll be there.
July. Just be home from 4 to 8.
That's 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. the next day.
So we'll see you there. So hopefully he'll show up. I wouldn't hold your breath though. That being said, we are going to be talking this week about the wrap up of E3. More focus on Sony and Microsoft because Nintendo seemed like a dud.
It did seem like a dud.
Didn't it?
I was.
Maybe that's where we should start. Let's start with Nintendo.
Nintendo
Well,
the dud.
I was gonna say
Nintendo.
I was excited about Nintendo because we had discussed earlier about maybe something new coming out, and of course, after last year's E3, there was that little snippet of Zelda, and I was expecting more from Zelda, and what I ended up getting was a lot of gobbledygook and a Mario Maker 3, Mario Maker, whatever, and that seemed all right. And then I got some weird, I don't even know what the game was. It looked more like an anime video than anything else, and I never caught the name of it, but I was very disappointed. Very disappointed in Nintendo this year.
Well, and I guess it wasn't really E3. It was like what they called the digital event.
They did their digital event right around E3
Yeah.
to save money, I guess.
So the coolest part of it, I thought, were the Muppet.
The
Muppet versions of
yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
That was cute. They had these little skits going on. That was
it.
cute.
Yeah.
And when they opened up with that, I thought, okay, this all right, something
That's a little
new.
interesting.
Not just a suit coming out in front of a screen. I can deal with this. I'm into it. But I mean, the only good thing about Nintendo for E3 that I saw was their tournament they had, their competition,
Yeah.
which I enjoyed. I thought it was great, and
Yeah.
I liked that it introduced what they were bringing out with Mario Maker. But
Yeah.
that was about it.
Also, what did you think, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. It was underwhelming.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see a lot of really anything new. No new Mario games. That's probably because they've come out with a lot of the good ones, Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. They didn't have anything to show.
Yeah.
I remember the new Yoshi Woolly World game,
Oh yeah.
which
yeah.
looks kind of cool. Some handheld focus. It sounds like is what they were
That game
looking at.
seems like they're really aiming more for more of an aesthetic pleasing game than necessarily like something brand new that you've never seen.
Right.
before,
There's a
because-
market for it. My wife is already making me pre-order it.
No, I mean,
She wants it. She's like, give me the Yoshi game.
is it the yarn?
Yeah, the yarn.
Yeah, it's that yarn.
Mainly because it's cute,
It is. I mean, aesthetically,
and
it's really
she's
pleasing.
in love with Yoshi.
Wow,
She may leave me
He's
for
up
Yoshi.
there. Hey, Yoshi.
She may leave me for Yoshi.
Oh my God, he talks! I gotta throw that away. That's creepy. I agree. I mean, and the thing is too is if you go into E3 expecting a lot from Nintendo, you shouldn't. I mean, this is how it's been honestly for maybe
couple
4
years, yeah.
But doesn't it feel disappointing this year though? Because didn't it feel like coming off of last year, there was going to be a little bit more buildup, that there was going to be something that you could sink your teeth into on this one.
Well, and I was hoping too, is because I want to say this is the first time they've reported a profit off.
Right.
And I think it's mainly because they're Amiibo or whatever it is.
Man.
So I was thinking, hey, you got to strike while the iron's hot. This is when you want to drop people's jaws and keep this momentum going.
Exactly.
Which I feel like they mentioned Zelda, other than what they did, that new 3DS version coming out.
I was disappointed with the Zeldas they talked about.
Yeah. Well, the multi-sword thing, to their defense, I don't know if you guys played the other, I can't remember it, but it's almost the same concept. It was on their last handheld. It's like the four
Minish
swords.
hats?
Yeah, 4 swords.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember something like that.
And that was fun when you played with,
Sure.
a lot of fun. But when you go into an event like this, I feel like I'm not looking for necessarily, that's going to be fun. I'm looking for, whoa!
We were looking for the open world Zelda. We were looking for the 3D open.
Well, they should have shown it. They should have.
Or even if it was something they weren't going to come out with for a year, they still needed to give us a little bit more of a taste.
Mm-hmm.
They would have satisfied my ever-growing hunger for the next Zelda game if they would have given me a little bit of a taste.
Your ever-growing hunger.
I do.
Sound
Okay.
like an evil lord. Or something.
I need my Zelda. It's why I've owned almost every single Nintendo system as it came out was for the Zelda game. That's what I need.
Yeah.
And Skyward Sword, loved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loved it. And I'm waiting for the next one.
Well, Star Fox. Did you guys get a chance to check that out?
I saw a little bit of that, yeah.
I wasn't impressed at all.
No.
And it's tough. It's because when you see those videos, it's not you playing it. And I'm sure the gamepad is the huge focus on that. I mean, that's how they're aiming.
Yeah.
Maybe once you get your hands on it, you get to play it. But
So
stuff annoys me big time.
Yeah.
And the graphics of it, I was like, whoa, what a pretty Star Fox game. It felt like they literally took the N64 version and just, all right, let's just sand down the sides a little bit.
That looks
Well,
good. Do a barrel roll.
you heard what
Gotta get that in there.
you heard what the creator said, right?
No.
When they were talking about Star Fox, and then they were talking about Star Fox 2, and then they were talking about the new Star Fox, you had that ship that could land and walk around and look like basically a big pigeon walking around. And he basically said, in maybe not so many words, and what I gathered from it was, hey, everything we couldn't do in Star Fox 2, we now have the capacity to do it, so we're just going to do it. Oh,
Star
great.
Fox 2 with extras, pretty much. I
Yeah.
mean, not the same story, but
yeah, exactly. So they're
mechanics,
like, all
gameplay.
these things you couldn't do before, you
10
now
years ago, you're deciding to do
can
now.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that will do
Thanks.
well.
Yeah.
So, hey guys.
And then, let's see, the other, I guess, their three biggest probably game announcements was obviously Star Fox. Or,
Right.
I shouldn't say was, were. Star Fox, the new Zelda game was coming out with the multiplayers, and then the new Metroid, which was very underwhelming.
Yeah.
New
Well,
Metroid.
and they have the new fun one, the Splatoon, or basically the paintball thing.
Right.
They really put premise on it. Now, of course, walking around places that sell video games, there's that big poster.
Yeah.
It's like, oh look, I'm like, yeah, great.
And I have heard good things about that game. It's supposed to be a lot of fun.
See, I played Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, which kind of has the same feel to me, and I really enjoyed that, and my wife got into that a lot. So
Which is
tough for
good
me to-
about those. They're lighthearted.
lighthearted, but still, like, I still had fun with it because it had a hardcore
Well, but
aspect to it.
I that's what Nintendo to me is now known for. Besides Zelda, is it's going to be more of the family games. I can't even give them to say the frat boy party games because now you're going to have Guitar Hero. You're going to have those other games for that. But for the Nintendo, I was looking at their E3 and I'm saying, okay, well, yeah, my 7-year-old and my 4-year-old are going to like to play that with me. Or, yeah, that could be a good Sunday family night game where we happen to all sit down and play. And that's all I thought. Other than that, I wasn't impressed.
It's still definitely the family system, like
Yes.
you're saying. And that's, with the hardware they have and the games that are coming out, is definitely the path I feel Nintendo should keep treading down. It's, if they're going to try to switch some demographics or get more of the serious gamers in, I don't think they should keep trying to get third-party games coming in. I think they need to take it under their own umbrella and come up with something that is more grown-up and
Right.
original.
Yeah.
I don't think Nintendo's close to that with this NX program. I think most of their focus is on this NX console, the next
Which is
console.
probably going to have Amiibo in there somewhere.
Yeah,
gonna be Amiibo
100 new
based.
figurines to buy.
Yeah.
And this is, this is how nerdy I get. But did you guys check out the stockholder meeting and the comments that were said at Nintendo?
No.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know why I checked.
My
it out. Most of
wire
it's
didn't
just-
work. My bug tapped. I tried it and it did not go. I don't know. I think I got a McDonald's or something.
They're like, the price of Nintendo is Big Mac fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Why are they wanting Big Macs? I keep saying it over and over.
Well, for future reference, you don't have to sneak in or tap their phones. It's public, so they announce it. But
that information could have helped me.
yeah. Well, future.
Okay.
Next one. But the reason I mention it is the NX console got brought up. One of the stockholders asked, what's the deal with this NX?
We need this.
Is it going to hurt the Wii U? What's going on? And they said, hey, no, we're devoted to fulfilling our obligation to the Wii U demographic, which they should. I mean, that wasn't a cheap system,
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
which is another issue altogether. It could be a full conversation itself,
Yes,
so we're not going to
could be.
spend any time on it. Let's just move on forward.
Just skip past it.
Yeah, I don't want to even talk about it. It makes me so mad. But they had asked, well, what about this NX? And this is what they had said. We're not going to talk to you at all about the NX because we're worried that our competitors, Sony, Microsoft, I guess, in a sense, Activision, because now that they're doing the Amiibo, I guess this kind of compares with Outlanders and stuff.
Yeah, I guess right.
Which should be mentioned, they're doing a cross thing. Outlanders, Donkey Kong, and Bowser's coming to the Outlander games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of
Huh,
weird.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Interesting.
But they wouldn't talk about it at all because they're worried that their competition might steal their ideas. So, do we think that they have a new Wii U? Not a Wii U, excuse me, a new Wii idea? Like something
That we
That's
haven't
new-
seen before.
exactly,
That
that-
feels good.
So I would really like that.
But what can they do?
Exactly. I would really like to see something like that because you take all the years that Nintendo has been around and all the game-breaking, industry-changing things that they have done. It would be really nice to think, oh man, Nintendo's still got it. They've got something in their back pocket. But you've got a powerhouse with Sony. You've got a powerhouse with Microsoft that's now just running like heads over feet with
They're picking
everything
up some momentum.
that they're doing. And what can they possibly come out with that these two huge companies haven't thought of already?
Yeah.
So my rebuttal to that would be this. The first thing would be when the Wii came out, I think we all weren't expecting motion controls. We weren't expecting that to be fun or enjoyable, which they made and it was in their back pocket, just like you said.
To their credit, they stole the show with the Wii.
And Xbox and PS2 were actually going pretty strong at that point.
They were.
Just with the first good
Yeah,
console that had some sweet,
Well, at that time,
graphics
too,
and
it was
processors.
360 and PS3.
Well, yeah, it went from the Wii went on for a huge life cycle, and still outsold both of them.
And that's what I was going to say is, again, to Nintendo's credit, that system wasn't nearly the power of the 360 or the PS3 as far as CPU, GPU capabilities. And they did hold their own
Off an
Game
idea that we
controller,
didn't think was gonna, and then even Kinect tried to do it, and they couldn't do it. So
But that bubble popped. And that should
Yeah.
be mentioned.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it had its time, and
Right.
then it plateaued hard. So, it's cool Nintendo's working on something new. But my question is what is their sell? Like you're saying, you got these big wigs, Sony, Xbox. What is it that... Because they're spending, and I'm sure Nintendo is as well, but millions upon millions on R&D.
And the question would be,
Is it
because
virtual reality?
because we know that Nintendo is starting to break into
Mobile.
the mobile gaming, is there going to be some sort of connection to it? Is there going to be something, and that could be a really cool concept. I mean, you have, say, PlayStation and the Vita. I have my Vita, and I have done it before. I turn on my PlayStation, I leave, I go to my mother-in-law's house, I play Destiny or whatever from my mother-in-law's house on my Vita. I've done it. It works all right. And
Good enough to get your fix.
right. But you have these cell phones now that you have those extra gamepad controllers that you can hook your phone into. Are they going to develop something that's going to be mobile and console compatible? And if they were
That's
to
a
come
cool
up with
direction.
something like that, that could really blow up a scene where instead of relying on an internet connections such as the Vita does. If you have you have your cell phone and connecting that way, it could be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I think they're creating a robot you interact with, so like Punch Out.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out. It's all the clown that falls down and sits back and punches you right in the head.
You come to work, Derek's like all swollen, beat up. What happened?
Oh, it's
Tried
playing.
being Punch Out. Didn't go well. So hard. The guy with the... Anyways, I agree. I don't think it's VR.
No.
I think they're so far vested in the gamepad for the Wii U. You're going to see some sort of pad system still. I almost wonder, though, is Nintendo maybe opening their doors to maybe a mobile market as far as we're going to make our own phone, we're going to make our own tablet.
That's a good idea. I'd say that's probably more likely than virtual reality. Although HoloLens, which is something we can talk about a little bit later,
Oh, yeah.
that looks cool
Yeah.
to me. If it works the way it's supposed to, it looks pretty
Which
cool.
they're getting crazy reviews on it. I mean, people who had hands-on with it. Well, we'll get to Microsoft here in a
Right.
second.
I don't want to jump ahead.
So, that being said, we're going to digress from Nintendo. Nintendo, we know you're watching. Why wouldn't you be?
Mm-hmm.
Look at these sexy gents.
Mm-hmm.
Strike a pose, boys. Okay, now that we've done that. Get your shit together. So let's move on.